first thing this morning, we did a bunch of drawing challenges. Then at the 10 o'clock time, we did a bunch of kind of like engineering challenges. So we designed an arcade game, and we also looked at Rube Goldberg machines. Like I made a simple one where one thing knocked over something else that knocked over something else. So I had a book that hit another book. Then that book hit some tape that rolled down and fell off the edge into a garbage can that knocked over and made the soccer ball roll out. So that's called a Rube Goldberg machine. Very fun. We talked about how people who weren't making it to 3 sessions today needed to do Mod 8 in science. And we talked about lesson 16.01 in math. So now we're to the time of day where we are going to do some things involving simple ingredients in the kitchen. But before we do that, while we're waiting for people to join us for a couple of minutes, I just have a quick challenge for you. Maybe you've done this one before, maybe you haven't. Using one piece of paper and no tape, can you cut it in a way that you can climb through the paper? And it's totally possible. Let me show you my paper that I cut. Here's the paper I cut. And it is not taped together. It is one solid loop. And I can easily climb.
I know what you did.
Through my paper. Well, that's your challenge while you're waiting. See if you can cut a piece of paper, any piece of paper, with some scissors, and see if you can cut it in a way that you can climb through it. Obviously, it's not going to work to just cut a hole in it. You're going to have to be more creative than that. So good luck on that one. You can work away on your cutting of your paper while I talk. All right, that is number one. The second thing we're going to do like 3 things. And the reason we're doing 3 different things is not because I want you to do 3 different things, but it's because since we're not all in the same place, I'm not sure what ingredients you have. So I've got one thing that is not edible that we're going to try and do first. And then it's kind of a sciencey thing. And then we're going to do 2 different recipes. And you can pick which one you have the ingredients for and whether you have permission to cook or not, because one of them is baked cookies and one of them is not. Okay. Well, if you are planning on baking cookies, please preheat your oven. That is if you have permission to do so, to 350. So go turn on your oven to 350. I'm going to go turn mine on right now. It's a nice thing to do today because my house is freezing. I don't know about your house, but the heat's not on and it's freezing in here. Okay. I've got my cooking preheating. So let's take a look at what we're going to make for our.
Do you have to preheat it too?
What's that?
Do you have to preheat it too?
350 degrees. Okay. And this is not what I meant to share. Let's find what I meant to share. Aha, this is it. So we are going to make a little lava lamp, a simple lava lamp. Maybe you've made this before, maybe you haven't. But you can see from these pictures that you can use a jar, you can use a glass, you can use a plastic container with a lid. That way you can keep it longer. You can use a cup. It just has to be clear. We're going to make a little lava lamp in a bottle. Okay. There's a lot of different ways to make lava lamps. I particularly chose this one because it doesn't take a lot of ingredients. So the very first thing you have to do though is go get a container of some sort. So look around for a cup or a jar. I think I'm just going to use a.
Will this Gatorade bottle work?
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yep. I can't see you right now, but that'll work just fine. Okay, I'm going to look for something. The taller and thinner it is, kind of the better. Maybe I'll use this, although it's going to take a lot of oil. I don't think I want to use that much oil. It's kind of a cool bottle, though. I sort of like this bottle, but I think I'll just use this small one. I don't have a good lid for it, but I'll find one. Okay, I've got a little Dasani bottle. You can have anything that you can think of. Does everybody finding some sort of cup or bottle, please? Go find a cup or bottle, something clear that you can make your lava lamp in. Probably not too big, but it could be a cup, could be a bottle. All right, looks like we've got, Nora's got hers, Javen's got his, Kainoa's got something good. The smaller, it looks like Christian has to drink fast to get his. You could always dump that into a glass, my friend. How about you, Eli? Do you have something? Looks like Vivi's got hers. Luis, did you get a cup or something? All right. All right, let's watch the video. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to get back. I don't see Amoy back yet. Sasha's ready. Amadi, did you find something? Bree, are you ready? Give me a little thumbs up. How about you, Eli? Are you ready? We're waiting for Amoy. Looks like Kainoa, I feel like you're questioning me for some sort of torture with that light in my eyes. Okay, Javen's ready. Christian's almost ready as soon as he gets that drunk all the way. Oh, I think he got there. He's ready. Amadi, did you find the glass?
What if we don't have all the ingredients for cookies?
Well, don't worry about it. We'll get there in a minute. But right now I have one that's a 3-ingredient cookie. So I tried to find the easiest thing. Looks like Nora's ready. Amadi, did you find some sort of clear glass?
No, we're looking for it. We don't.
Walk in the kitchen and just get a glass. You can dump it out.
This will work, right?
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Kaino, are you trying to drive me crazy? I think
Yes,
so.
that is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Mhm. I confess, I did it. I stole the cookies from the cookie jar. All right, I think we're close enough to ready. Amoy, did you get some sort of container? Were you here when I showed you all the different containers you could use? Let me show you one more time. So we're gonna make a lava lamp, and you can have any sort of a container. So it can be a glass, it could be a jar, it could be a cup, but it needs to be clear. It could be a plastic bottle. It needs to be clear. I wonder if mine is going to work with the ridges in here, but oh well, I guess we'll find out.
I don't think I'm able to because I'm not really allowed to cook without like my mom being.
Well, this part you don't do any cooking. All you're doing is pouring some ingredients into a container. I think you'll be okay. There's no cooking.
Well, what do we do if we are missing an ingredient?
Well, you just do your best, my friend. You become a mad scientist. You're going to watch the video one time through, and then I'm going to play it again slower. So here it is, lava lamp science experiment. That looks like some very bad looking soup. Okay, 1 tablespoon baking soda. About halfway, I thought about halfway with oil. Add some drops of coloring. This was a dropper squeezed in from the bottle. That's a lot. You might have to, oh, wait a minute. Vinegar. No, wait, I think the food coloring is vinegar. Back to that. Add a dropper. Okay, use the dropper to add colored vinegar water. So you're going to have to take some vinegar and mix it with colored.
No baking
food coloring.
soda.
Oh, because that's going to react with the baking soda, right? Yeah. Bottom is heavier than the oil. And bottom is react with the baking soda. That once it's hot, okay, so I think our first step is making the vinegar. So go and get something that you can mix your vinegar and your food coloring with. So go see if you can find food coloring. Now, the thing about food coloring is it does stain your food. Be careful with the So I would recommend that you do this part over a sink because food coloring is very messy stuff. It's not poisonous or anything, but it's very messy. And if you get it on the floor or something, it's going to stain. So over a sink, you're going to grab some food coloring and some vinegar. I'm going to go get some vinegar. It can be any kind of vinegar. So go look around in the kitchen for vinegar. It's usually under the sink. Sometimes in the cupboard. And like I said, it can be any kind of vinegar. And you'll just need to take a jar or a little cup and make yourself some food coloring vinegar. So I'm going to open my vinegar. I have a huge thing of vinegar. You could have a small thing of vinegar. This kind of vinegar will work too. This is like apple cider vinegar, this one. In fact, maybe I'll do one with this. Make a little bit. And one with this. Spilled. It's kind of smelly stuff. Again, I recommend pouring it over the sink. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. The lid back on. A lot of people keep their vinegar under their kitchen sink and use it to clean with. Vinegar is made from fermented fruits and things. All right, then pick a couple of colors that you like. They did sort of, what did they do? Red and blue? Maybe choosing red and blue is good because it makes purple after a while. I don't know. I was kind of thinking of green and blue, but maybe red and blue is kind of fun. I'm going to do red and blue. It'll be patriotic. So I got out my red and blue food coloring, and I'm going to put the red into the clear one. Yeah. Red, and I'm just going to put a little bit in there to get it nice and colored. As soon as it's colored, and be careful putting the lid on and off because that's where you get it on your hands, and it is very messy. Okay, here it is, just nice and colored. Now I'm going to make my blue one. I don't know if my water is colored enough. Ooh, I'm going to squirt some. Oh, that is really dark blue. Dang. Oh, well. And I don't have a dropper, so I'm just going to use a teaspoon to drip little drips in there. You know, they had you do it with a dropper, but you can just use a teaspoon to drop your drips in. Oh, and I just spilled that right on my computer. That was good, Ms. Lawson. Like I said, be careful. Be careful and clean up. Okay, I've got my food coloring in my water. That was step one. Gonna add a little bit more red because I don't think it was red enough. I need it redder. And I'm gonna get another spoon for that one to drop my little drips in. Maybe this fancy spoon. Okay, I feel like I'm dyeing Easter eggs. Doesn't this seem like dyeing Easter eggs? Okay, step two is that you need to fill your container up with some oil. It doesn't have to be all oil, but you know, some oil. So I'm looking under my cupboard to see what kind of oil I've got. Unfortunately, I have really nice oil and I hate to use it, but oh well. If you have something like vegetable oil, that would probably be better. I've got really fancy olive oil, which makes me a little sad. But oh well, it's all I've got. I better try it. I need a much smaller container. Oh, I know. I'm going to switch to this really skinny vase because then I don't have to use very much. So I'm changing to this little skinny vase because I don't want to use up so much of my olive oil. I got to clean it. I was going to grow an avocado seed in there, but I had an avocado seed growing. I worked for a long time to get it growing, and then I took it outside so it could get the sunshine, and a raccoon ate it. I came out and it was all chewed up. Doggone raccoons, they eat everything. All right, so step two is to pour your oil about halfway full in your container. So here I go with my really fancy olive oil, which I hate to use, but I will. And I'm going to pour it about half full. My olive oil is kind of yellow, so that's interesting. At least it's skinny. Okay, about half full. That's about half full. All right, now we're going to watch the video again. Oh, we got to get some baking soda out. So a lot of people keep their baking soda in the refrigerator. I have some in my refrigerator. It's fine to use the baking soda from the refrigerator, I think. I don't think it being cold hurts it. Or you can use the baking soda from your cupboard. It's usually in a box. Where's my baking soda? What's this? That's cornstarch. Where is my baking soda? I guess I'm gonna have to use the one in the fridge because I can't find another one. Which is kind of weird. Here's my Trader Joe's baking soda. All right, here we go. Are you ready to watch the video again? Let's see how it goes. Now we're going to watch the video one more time. Aha, back to the beginning, and here we go. Start with the baking soda. Oh, I already messed up. Okay, if you did the same mistake I did and poured your oil in too early, you're going to need to pour your oil out and put your baking soda in. So I'm going to pour my oil back into my other container and start with the baking soda because I already blew it. Okay. I don't think it'll hurt to have a little bit of oil in there, but you want the baking soda in the bottom. And you don't have to measure it with a real tablespoon measure because you just need to have about a tablespoon in there. Ooh, there we go. Okay, I got my baking soda in. I fixed my mistake. Now I'm going to pour my oil back in. Oh, very oily. Okay, now I've got my baking soda and my oil. All righty. Let's see what it says next. So first the baking soda, then the oil. I got my blue in there. Oh, it's working, you guys. It's working. Let's see. How about you? Is yours working? Mine's bubbling away. Can you see it? It's kind of hard to see. Gotta have a light behind it. Whoa, it's exciting. There are bubbles in there, but it's really hard to see them. They're all mixed up. And I think the colors, for me, my colors immediately mixed. My red and blue went together and became kind of a purple. I don't know why, but they did. There definitely are really
It looks like red and blue mold.
There's really cool bubbles in there. I don't know, you can't really see it. It just looks like a mess for you guys, but for me, it's cool looking. And it's definitely going up and down, up and down. In fact, it looks kind of like that boba tea you talked about. Ooh, uh-oh, I think it might be coming out the top soon. Interesting. It's like a mad scientist thing. Oh, Nora, are you shaking yours up?
A little bit.
Is it going crazy? Be careful that you don't squirt it all over the house. It is very cool. So
Mine's fizzing up.
another way to do it is with Alka-Seltzer tablets, which is the same thing. It's like the baking soda and vinegar. It just makes bubbles. Yeah, I wonder how long it'll fizzle for. I think I'll set it on a plate so that if it goes over, it won't come out. It looks kind of like frog eggs, but they definitely are not two colors. I don't know.
I
how
haven't stopped preheating. It's done.
I don't see how they got it two colors. Did anybody manage to get theirs to be two colors?
I did.
Really? And they didn't mix?
No.
That's good.
Kind
Amani,
of.
can you show us yours?
I have my
Whoa.
screen. No, just it's not working.
Oh. Amani, what's going on? What's your question?